Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go, set.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. On the move past the 40. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Falcons. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. 1st and 10 now, Willis and the Titans at their own 21. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd down, here's Willis. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Titans are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Elliott on 1st down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to 60, back to 60, back to 60.
Second down throw coming by Willis. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for the NFL's catch leader after 1 week, and it's a 1st down.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in Week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
And you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The 2nd down throw by Willis. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
17. Watch block.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on, set.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Wack open.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 5 now. Willis. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action with Willis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run left with Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the field before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled it with the inside run.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. His throw incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Third down, it's Willis. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
60. Ready?
On second down, it's Pollard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Okay.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick. Angled for the sidelines. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
18 Cardinals.
On second down, Elliott. Fighting through it, he's got space. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Titans. Ezekiel Elliott. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go,
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 3, 6, 7.
On play action, they'll throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right, 97.
They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's London. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They motion the tight end across the formation. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Paris Campbell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd and 9, Willis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 10th carry now for Elliott. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. What to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Willis now off of play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
60.
They go to Elliott again. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Troy Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
19 right.
To throw, here's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
Ready up. Drop 50. Drop 50. Street. 18 rather.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Flag.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Again, it's Elliott. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts. So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The tight end in motion right. That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Okay. Black shot. Watch it. Sit.
They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Right two. Black open. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now Willis. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing, Willis. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Willis. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
2nd and 8.
50 Bobcat. 50 Bobcat.
Willis to throw. To the goal line line, but it's incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Willis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 12, and the Falcon first down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.